Hey guys, and welcome to the Bayern View. Hopefully you guys are all doing well. I'm here obviously with Taylor. I've stopped him playing his game, so I apologise to him. But no, big up to everybody as per usual. We released 2 videos today, and I thought, you know what, we need to talk. I did ask Ahmad if he wanted to come in the stream as well, but something's telling me he might be snoring because he has not replied. And the last time he was on WhatsApp was 5:44 today. So yeah, he's probably snoring. But either way, big up to everybody. We need to talk though about Bayern. Basically, like, can we attract the best talent anymore? Because it seems like, you know, we've got 2 people in straight away who Freerand and Ubel, who are literally known for bringing in talent. Erling Haaland being the main one. Like, obviously, he went to Borussia Dortmund, made his name there, went to City, won the treble, blah, blah, blah. Taylor doesn't like to hear that, but it is what it is. It's basic fact. But yeah, like, it's just stupid at this point. It really, really is. So I definitely should have introduced Taylor to the show first. But, oh well. Big up, my bro. How you doing?
Yeah, not bad, not bad. You know, just waiting for the weekend. Well, it pretty much is the weekend now for the old football. It's your first game as well, isn't it? This week?
Yes, our first bundesliga game. Yeah.
I saw Leverkusen got their jammy win again.
I'm still surprised no one's taken Frimpong yet. Like, I don't know what's going on with that.
Yeah, definitely.
To be straight up. But yeah, either way though, big up to everybody. Smash the thumbs up, comment in the chat, comment after this has gone up as a video, subscribe, all that good stuff. And yeah, let's carry on. So yeah, obviously we're waiting for the football. Ours is on Sunday, 2:30. We will be here on the Bayern View as per usual. But yeah, no, it's just stupid. Like, even with the thumbnail, like making that thumbnail, it kind of hurts, you know. Obviously, it's just stupid. That amount of players that I had to put red X's on for the thumbnail is just dumb. It really, really is. And obviously, you know, there's obviously been further news on the whole ligt thing, which now has been not rejected. That's not the right word. Basically said it's false in the fact that company wanted ligt to be his main guy, and they still got rid of him. But hey ho, it is what it is. There's nothing we can do. He's now a Man United player, and I kind of want him to succeed, but at the same time, I can't stand United, so I don't really want him to succeed at the same time. But yeah, no, generally though, the question is, I haven't just made this for no reason. To be fair, I probably shouldn't have put dead club in the thing, but oh well, it is what it is. Like, can we actually get the best talents in anymore? Because it just seems like, obviously Real Madrid will always be Real Madrid. Man City will always be Man City. Obviously, United have the history and everything, so they'll always get players as well. But I just feel like we're just being rejected by everyone. Obviously the Milan Skriniar news got turned down straight away by Politico, saying that we aren't in for him, which just sucks, to be honest, because I would generally take anyone right now in centre-back position. But generally that has to be the question of, do Bayern Munich still have Paul? Don't get it twisted. We have Jamal Musiala. We just got Polina in, Ito in, Olise in, for instance. Like, Olise generally could have played for Chelsea or Manchester United in the Premier League, where he already was. But he's chose to play for Bayern Munich. I think we are giving him more wages than was offered, but whatever. That is just what it is. But yeah, it's like, it's just, I don't know. I don't know what to think on it. What do you think as an outsider? Do you see where I'm coming from as an outsider as well?
Oh yeah, definitely. It's obviously you want, when you're trying to bring in talent and bring in, not even just talent, just bringing in players in general, just because you have gaps in your squad and all that, and you're not being able to fill that, that wish of yours. It's going to be frustrating. I think it makes it more frustrating that you have brought in talent already. But like Elise say, absolute wonderful talent. Ito with, he's promising future, but obviously injury, which is obviously going to be a problem. So you've brought in players, but then now all of a sudden it's like, oh no, it's like not happening. Obviously with the whole, obviously the only main one I know is the Xerxes stuff. Obviously he ended up going to United.
Yeah.
Obviously, whether it was more of he saw that he would be able to get more game time at United compared to Bayern, just because of the players and where they play.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah.
don't really know unless anything was said.
Yeah. I think the only thing I can generally say on the Xerxes one is, yes, Højlund is at Manchester United, but they're both two very young players. None of them are that player, for instance, like you can see why Alvarez left City because Haaland's the main guy. So if Xerxes was to ever come back, he would have been the second choice. And no one wants to be second choice. Obviously, what he did for Bologna, obviously in the Serie A in itself. But yeah, no. Just like obviously us getting rid of players, being ligt and mazraoui. Again, I've been tweeting about it. Some people have been asking me questions about it on Twitter and that, but it just makes no sense to me because at the same time, like people could say all of this stuff, but you got rid of two great players, and then we've been rejected by Xavi Simons. He would rather go play for RB Leipzig.
Yeah, I did see that. That one really shocked me a bit.
And then Doué would rather play for PSG than come to us. It's just like, and it's happened before as well. Like it's happened the season before as well. Declan Rice, again, I understand London, Arsenal's London, West Ham's London, England and all of that, probably doesn't want to move abroad, but he chose, we were definitely in for Declan Rice. I don't think we would have got Declan Rice because of Harry Kane, and that was obviously the whole Kane, saga. But yeah, no, like it just feels like we can't really approach anyone anymore.
Do you have a worry that it could? Obviously, I know it was last year as well, but it makes sense for last year as well. But do you think players look at the managers? Obviously, Tuchel, everyone knows. Like, come on, and then company who's unproven. It's like, do I really put my faith?
Yeah. It's like that exciting project, isn't it?
It's like, if you look at it one way, it kind of puts your club down in a sense. It's like, oh, I'm not gonna like, even though it's an unproven manager, like players like for United, for example, when we have like Europa League, we still pulled in Ibrahimovic, Lukaku, Paul Pogba, all of these players, even with not the best competition and not necessarily the best managers. Yet Bayern, I'm not even getting anything. Obviously, they've brought in a couple of players, but you were struggling to get a lot more. And it's like, how is the Bayern name not itself pulling in the players with all the history of just everything? Because
straight away, and Kenny put in a good point here, basically just saying I don't think anyone looks at the Bayern manager because we all know he is staying 18 months, but that's the problem though, mate. You're not wrong. You're not wrong at all. But that is one of the problems in the fact that some players will want to play for a long time, like they're going to want to be at the club for a long time. Wirtz or Xavi Simons, for instance, like he would rather go to where he's already been. Yes, okay, fair enough. He knew the manager, and all of this and all of that. But it just feels like everybody else is rejecting us. And to be fair, on what you've just said straight away, you've hit the nail on the head because you can even put Julian Nagelsmann in there if you want to. The last three managers we've had, yes, we've continued to win the league and so on and so forth. But at the same time, like Julian Nagelsmann didn't hit it. The last manager that actually has hit a home run, if you want to say, is Hansi Flick. Will Company go and do that? I'm not sure. Thomas Tuchel obviously was just a cancer in itself. And then obviously Julian Nagelsmann was unproven at that point. Obviously won us the league, but unproven at that point, and we wanted more. And then obviously we'd never seen that because he got sacked. I mean, you say that, but Liverpool got rejected a lot this year, and they're a big club. Yeah, but the problem is, though, AA, you're not wrong. Again, 100% you're not wrong, and I appreciate you being in here. Big up to you. The only problem, and even with what Taylor said about Man United bringing in Pogba, Zlatan, and so on, is they will always bring in players, Liverpool and United. Let's just say that they're dead clubs. They're not, but let's just say they are. They will always bring in players because of the Premier League. That pool of the Premier League will always get these players in, and that's the problem. You know, we don't have the best league. I love the Bundesliga, don't get it twisted, but when you think of commercially, you think of the money, TV rights and everything, every single year, unless it's Real Madrid, everyone in the world wants a Premier League club to win the Champions League. There's no if, buts, and maybes about it because they have the best players and because they have this and that. You know what I mean? And it's frustrating as a Bayern fan. Obviously, Taylor's not a Bayern fan, but he's just giving an outside view. But like, hopefully, I'm coming across and I'm not just rambling. Okay, it's just annoying because you will always have the Premier League pool. You've seen it with Diaby. Diaby was playing amazingly in the Bundesliga, and he went to a lesser known club in Aston Villa. You know?
Well, who's now gone to Saudi?
Exactly. You know what I mean? It's mad.
Which is, yeah, I think that's insane, but yeah.
It's mad. The most frustrating thing is that they targeted like 5 players, waited for them to make a decision, and then just gave up on signing anyone. Yeah, exactly. And that's the thing, isn't it? Like, we're not an average football club. So realistically, Xavi Simons rejected us. Doué rejected us. Why don't we have another option if those 2 reject us? Because it wasn't guaranteed. They didn't like sign a piece of paper and say that they were signing for us. You know what I mean? Like, it was just all word of mouth, especially from what the media was producing and putting out there. So, like, if that's
especially the Simmons deal, that was all him to buy and him to buy and him to buy. Like, that's literally what it was. Whether it's paid for or loan or whatever, it was like, he is set, blah blah blah, and then later he goes to Leipzig. Like, Leipzig ain't going to win the league. Like,
nope.
They don't have that team at all. Obviously, he must have got paid an absolute fortune to go there, because obviously Leverkusen have that. Leipzig have that sort of money to throw at these players, which makes it a worry for the season after if they buy it. Because then it's like, he's just wasting his talent going to. Obviously, Leipzig want to obviously build and obviously compete, so it makes sense. But that ain't going to happen anytime soon.
Yeah, no, 1,000%. 1,000%, I'm with you on that one. We are never out of the Champions League. The only reason I think why players aren't coming in is the toxic board. Exactly. That's another great point. They treat management so shitty. I think it puts players off without a doubt. Like, and that generally needs to be said as well. You know, like, so many times, just the club as a whole has shit on players. You know, David Alaba, for instance. Yes, was he demanding money? Yes, he was. But at the same time, they let him go. He went. Tony Kroos, they didn't give him the money. He arguably is one of the greatest midfielders of all time. I hate to say it because he's a Real Madrid player, but generally he won the treble with us, and then he's won however many Champions Leagues with them, 5, if not more than that. So it's, you know, obviously he's won a World Cup in that time as well, I believe. So it's stupid. It really, really is stupid. And then obviously Lewandowski, for instance, we were talking to Erling Haaland. Is Erling Haaland on our pay sheets or something? Because I believe he's a light blue player. Like, we were talking to him when he was wearing yellow, Borussia Dortmund. Lewandowski got pissed off, left us, forced his way out because we were talking to another player that we then didn't get. This is my point. Like, it's no guarantee that we're going to get these players, and that's the thing that pisses me off, to be honest with you. I think the TV deal coming in 2025 will be way bigger than this year now that there are 5 spots. Yes. I'm with you on that one. Yeah, they disrespected Lower. Yeah, 100%. Like, they've disrespected so many players. I'm trying to think of, there's another one that's in my head. Like Ligt, for instance. Ligt, I don't know why he didn't want to go in general, because I would have wanted to go straight up. Like, the way that they, disrespected him, even with Tuchel, not like, obviously we're pissed as fans, we're pissed off now, but even with Tuchel, like, there was time where he wasn't playing when he most definitely should have been playing. It's just so dumb, to be honest with you. And obviously the reason you could say it was a rant, but generally I'm just speaking. The reason for this, though, is what Herbal had to say, and that's the thing that's pissed me off the most in this piece here. Let me get rid of this thing so you can see Taylor's face. Bonk. And this is what's been said. So Max Herbal on how he would rate Bayern Munich's transfer window. He goes on to say it's always difficult to talk about yourself. I think we put together a very, very good squad. We found players that fit us well. Stanisic come back from loan. For me, it feels good, but in the end, football is a results business. Yes, and that's what we will be judged on. Yep. For me, it's important to have a competitive situation in the squad. Give the coach opportunities with a certain mix of different types of players. Christopher and I believe that we basically are very well equipped, but in the end, the ratings will be given at the end of the season. Mate, I don't even want to start the fucking season. Like, this guy, I feel bad for saying it, but I generally think this guy is a yes man, because it just feels like this guy is a yes. Like, what you're generally just spewing shit out of your mouth at this point. Like, you bought Impolinia, amazing, generally amazing. I'm never ever going to shit on that deal. It should have been done the year before, but without a doubt, that's amazing, because we've needed a DM for a ridiculous amount of time. You brought in Ito again. That was out of the blue, but I'm happy with it. Obviously, unfortunately, he got injured. You can't stop that. He could have got injured. Anything can happen in life, so you can't stop that. It's freak injury as well. Olasey, amazing. Those 3, amazing. But then, like, everything else, we need a centre back. We got rid of a centre back and a left back. We need a centre back in there. Like, how can they say that it's important to have a competitive situation in the squad? Who's competing for these spaces? No one's going against Neuer. Okay, fair enough. He's the best goalkeeper in the world, in my opinion, anyway. Right back. It's not going to be Kimmich. He wants to play in the midfield. So Sancho Bowie. Sancho Bowie has not touched the sides. So someone could have been brought in that position. Mazraoui would have been that guy. Centre backs. You're telling me that Kim Min-jae and Stanisic, or Kim Min-jae and Upper, or Kim Min-jae and Dyer aren't being taken out if you bring somebody else in? Because I'm calling bullshit on that one. Left back. Alphonso Davies, fair enough. I'll put the bullshit aside just for now. No one's really taking him out of the team unless you bring in like a Theo Hernandez, a Mendy, so on and so forth. So fair enough. Then we move into midfield. Let's go on the left-hand side. No one's taking Jamal Musiala out of that space unless you're going to bring in a Vinicius Jr. and Mbappe, someone of that caliber. So fair enough. Midfield-wise, or the midfield 2, pivot, whatever you want to say, someone definitely could come in there. There isn't a space for someone to come in there. Don't get it twisted. But someone could go in there because, Lima should be on the bench. Goretzka is just not good enough to play for the club, and should be a bench player. But the wages he's on, he can't be a bench player. And Taylor will know all about that with the amount of wages they pay also. Kimmich is pushing his way into the midfield. We've got Pavlovic and we've got Polina. Fair enough. The right-hand side, is literally spammed. You could have Arakunda there, who is our young lad. You could have Matthias Tal there. You could have Coman. You could have Nabry. You could have Sane. So there's a stupid amount of players there, but we shouldn't have all three of those, all of those players. Arakunda's a young player. You shouldn't expect anything from him realistically. Matthias Tal can play all across the three. And then obviously you've got the fucking Chuckle Brothers, like I said last time. It's just stupid in that position. And then obviously Harry Kane is Harry Kane. But I just feel like we could have a couple more centre, like just generally the defence is what I'm thinking of, personally. So it's just stupid. And to be honest with you, I would generally take anyone right now. I really, really would. I know that could bite me in the ass, but yeah, we need one more defender without a doubt. But yeah, I feel like I'm going on a little bit of a rant. What do you like? What would your reaction, Taylor, be to this? What I just read from what? Like, it's just dumb.
It's I don't even know how to put into words on that one. It feels just a bit unnecessary. Like if you're gonna answer the question, just answer it properly. Don't go, oh, it's always difficult, but it's been good. But you know how it is. You know, blah 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 blah. Everyone knows how it is. Everyone can see with their own eyes how difficult transfer windows can be, even for fans. Like they can see that some teams sometimes struggle, sometimes they have the best window, sometimes they have the worst.
Yeah,
that's the footballing business. Always happens. So I don't know why he just doesn't give a straight up answer or just say, and got an answer for it. So next, like I think it's that simple. But like you said, he's a yes man. You know, for whoever. It's hard for me to say. When obviously I don't know too deep into, especially someone like him. I ain't got a bloody clue who he is.
Well, yeah, we'll put it this way. I can then jump in on that one and tell you who he's responsible. Sorry, I said the wrong word. For bringing in, because I was super excited when he come in. Generally, so Max Ubbel signings. Let's see who he found. Right. So top 5 signings prior to his Bayern Munich job. So before he come into us, number 5 is Julian Arago. I don't really know who he is. He's someone from Gladbach, right? Then he's brought in Openda, who obviously hasn't hit those, the same levels as he was doing in France. But in general, he's good. Then Xavi Simons, he was the reason that they went there. He found Granit Xhaka before he went to I believe it was the reason for Marco Reus going to Dortmund as well, if I'm right by saying. So like he is a really, really good director of football, if you want to say. And one of the, I can't think if it's Freerun or Herbal, but one of them, or maybe both of them together, they were the reason for Sadio Mané going to the RB Salzburg, not Leipzig, Salzburg. He was also the reason that Erling Haaland went there. Obviously, you will know more about Haaland because obviously Ole Gunnar Solskjaer wanted to bring him in to United. But yeah, no, he was the reason for him going there. Like they are really, really good. Yeah, Freerund is the guy. So that's another guy. The way when he says Christopher and I believe that's the other guy. It's just so dumb. It really is. Like, yeah, he was the reason for Erling Haaland, and it's like, who else? I don't care about the Bayern players right now because that's just irrelevant right now. But yeah, he's not just Haaland. Oh, fuck off with your fucking cookies, man. I don't want to give you cookies. Piss off. He was the reason Deo of Mancano went in there. Erling Haaland. And then obviously Sadio Mane is the main one as well. So obviously you'll know the player called Patson Daka. He used to play for Leicester City. Really fast player. He was the one that found him as well. So we've got like these the scouts, but these people at the club, but they're just not doing the like Polinia. Anyone could have done Polinia. We needed the DM. You go look for the DM. Onana, okay. Is he the player that we want? No, not really. Who is the player we want? Well, we would love a Rodri, but we ain't going to be able to spend that sort of money on him. So you go a little bit lower, Then you look at Frankie de Jong. We ain't going to get him out of Barcelona. He's too injury prone and they want too much money. You go down the list. And then you get to Polinia. So that anyone could have done that. Me and you could have done that. Olise is just is what it is. I'm very happy with it, and they say, yeah, Olise is so good. I agree. I can't wait to see him this weekend play against Wolfsburg. Hopefully he scores or gets an assist. And if he doesn't start and he starts Sane over that, my word, I'm going to lose my fucking head. But yeah, I just feel like we don't have that pull anymore. Could you imagine, as a United fan and an outsider, obviously you hear about Bayern in the news and everything, but mainly from me. If I was to say to you, Taylor, our starting 11 is Neuer, Kimmich, Kim, de Ligt, Mazraoui, Pavlovic and Polinia, Musiala on the left, Xavi Simons in the middle, Olise and Kane. Would you be scared to go against that team?
100%.
You know what I mean?
Definitely. Just for any of it. Where you've got young, prosperous players that won't be afraid to challenge anyone with the ball or even without the ball. And you've got the well-experienced players of Neuer, Kimmich, Harry Kane, all there. And then you've got the megastar of Musiala who can dribble through anyone. So, yeah, I'd be... Well, like it was when we played each other in the Champions League. I was like, it's never going to be an easy game. And it wasn't.
No, it wasn't. Definitely not. I agree. I'm just fucking scrambled at this point, to be honest with you. Joyce Sane isn't 100% fit. Oh, is he not fit? Is he not? Oh, okay.
I would say you know how it feels to be under the Glazers, but you're never going to get it that bad.
Yeah. But the problem is, you were still spending money though. This is the problem. The problem is
we didn't know how to spend it.
Yeah, exactly. You just were spending it in a bad way.
Yeah, very.
But if you had 300, and obviously you're always going to spend way more in a sense than us because obviously you've got the backing. Well, you don't have the backing, but in general, the Premier League has that backing of investors and so on. Where obviously the 50+1 rule stops that happening. But just as a whole, I just think it's dumb. Not that, but the fact that we're just not getting in these players because I said it on so many shows. I'm sure I've said it on a show with you. So many players come in January. We brought in a ridiculous amount of players for the youth squad. And I haven't seen any of them just yet. I'm not going to sit here and lie and say that I watch the youth teams or anything like that. I watch Bayern and Bayern only, the main team. So maybe they'll come through and then we'll see that. But yeah, I just feel like we need something big in this team. A couple centre backs. Where's that comment? Yeah, this one. I don't want to buy a stupid centre back. Just want to go and get 100% starter. I'm agreeing with you on that one. He comes in and he starts like a John Stones, a Bastore, and a Rahul, not Tar and Ito and stuff. Yeah, I understand that. Jonathan Tar isn't the guy that we want, and I think that's why we haven't gone in for him. Because if you don't know, I'll tell you. Basically, what's come out in the last couple of days is one of the reasons we didn't sign Tar was because Herbal wanted to bring Tar into Bayern Munich, but the higher ups are the ones that stopped that deal happening, and they weren't convinced of him, just like the higher ups weren't convinced of bringing in Julian Nagelsmann again. So he carried on with the Germany job and signed a brand new deal. So I'm not excited for this season. I'm really not. I just feel like it's just going to be another shit season, to be honest with you. And I feel bad for company. I said it on Amaz's channel the other day. But I just feel like they're setting company up to fail because you brought in the DM we've needed for a long time. That was the main transfer. Olise, Ito, cool. Put them to the side. They're very good signings, but we weren't expecting that. You brought in the DM which we wanted, but then you've gone 2 steps forward and 100 back because you then get rid of a left back that can play left back and right back. You get rid of a centre back who can, who is the main centre back for us, and then you don't replace them. Like if we were to bring in Van Dijk, for instance, let's just say we did, and then we sold you Ligt, I'll be like, okay, we've got someone that's aging but has been to the elite levels. It's stupid. Like, I'll ask you the same question again. Let me get rid of this stupid post now. I'll ask you the same question again, right? You said that obviously you were not terrified, but you'd be a bit scared, if you want to say, going against that team I mentioned. Now I'm going to tell you the team who we have now, and let's see if you say the same thing, right? Obviously, you know the players, but Manuel Neuer in goal, right? Sacha Bowie right back, Uthman Kano and Kim Min-jae with Alphonso Davies at left back or Guerrero. Then you're going to have Polinia and Pavlovic, maybe Kimmich's in there. Jamal Musiala, Thomas Muller, Olise and Kane. It doesn't really have that same feel to it, does it?
Yeah, no, I know what you mean.
Like, look at the defense itself.
Yeah, like you can spot. Obviously, like, but Bowie's not. He's not there. With Marcano, he literally hit or miss. Kim, he's not really hit the ground running. If it's, I still kind of worry about Davies because he just has a lot of pace.
Of course.
But because of his lack of giving a shit, would be the downfall for you. Obviously, Paulina, he would be solid. Musiala would be solid. Muller would most likely be solid. Elise would be. Kane should be. But after that Euros, I don't know. We'll see. And then, but obviously thinking of how I would want United to line up. Obviously, of like Onana in goal, Delort, Ligt, Martinez, Mazzari at the back.
The fact that you just said Ligt is disgusting.
It's weird saying it. Casemiro, Mainu, Bruno, Amadialo, Garnacho, and Xerxes. Oh, that just sounds. It sounds more exciting. Obviously, experience-wise, it's not because
of course,
obviously you've got way more experience there. But we're developing a young, prosperous team with a little bit. Obviously, Casemiro is experienced, but
yeah. The only thing I would say on that team though that's holding you back, and this is just my personal opinion, is your manager. I think potentially a better manager in there. Who that's going to be, I don't know. But let's just say, for instance,
that's the problem.
Or a Klopp or a Pep, for instance, not going to happen. But in general,
oh yeah,
that team is disgusting.
If we got one of them two, we'd win the league right now, without a shadow of a doubt. But we don't, and we ain't going to get anyone close. To those sort of managers. Also, like I said, the main thing I've liked about Ten Hag is bringing of youth and young players up into the team, which has been obviously the best thing because obviously you know what sort of players have come through already, and their future of especially some of the players, especially someone like Mainu, is literally top level. So obviously, yeah, he does have his ups, but obviously there is downs, and this is his last season. Like it's hit now or never. Obviously, I know he did that year extension, but this is it. We've got new people on the board and all that. all set up, new CEOs, new director of football, blah blah blah. This is it. If he doesn't, we'll know by Christmas whether he's staying or going.
Yeah.
Obviously, we got to see how these games go. Obviously, Fulham, yeah, it was 1-0. There was chances that Fulham could have got a goal back. We should have scored plenty of goals, but didn't happen. Got Brighton away. Always been awkward. If we could beat them, then it does look promising, but I kind of need to be convincing of beating on them, considering they did beat West Ham, I like to think, away 3-0, which after the players West Ham were brought in, bit of a scare.
Just to cut in for like 5 seconds. I know this is very off topic, but every time I stream, I normally just open packs on FIFA. I'm opening packs, and I just packed 99 Hansen. What the fuck? She gets 1.4 million coins.
What the hell?
Carry on. No, I'm with you though. Like, by Christmas, you could have no manager, and we could be fucked.
Yeah.
Because what would you rate your window? I know this isn't a United show, but you are a United fan. What would you rate your window? Have you got
I'd go.
No, you need the left back.
I'd go. I'm going to purely take out the fact that Euro's injured and say 7.
Yeah, so I mean that's good.
But we need a left back.
Yeah. So if you
even though we actually did sign someone for like 1 million, some from God knows who it is. I don't even know what position he plays. I just looked. I was like, United signed a player. I went, what?
Like, if you were to get a left back though, what would your rating go up to? If it's a good left back, don't go ridiculous. You're not going to get Davies, I don't think. But
I'd say 7.5. So then it just kind of solidifies the back four a lot. But we really need a DM because Casemiro won't be able to do it. Whether he starting to look good or whatever, he can't do it on his own. It's just not possible. So we need someone to be. We need a DM, and there ain't any. So obviously, Anana's moved to Villa. Paulina's gone to Bayern. Rodri's never leaving City, unless it's Real Madrid. But Real Madrid ain't going to do it because they got Tchouaméni. I ain't getting Tchouaméni or Camavinga.
Do you not think you could get Zubimendi? I know that he's obviously rejected Liverpool, but
I don't know. I don't think we could. Not this window. I don't think we could. It would have to be next season.
Yeah.
Obviously, it looks like he's staying, so I have no idea. Potentially next season. Obviously, we're looking at that PSG player as well.
Oh yeah, you're looking at Ugarte, aren't you?
Yeah, Ugarte. Apparently, it's edging closer and closer. Apparently, don't know why it's taking so long. Get it done. Like he was already out of the PSG squad again, so let's just get it done. You packed it again?
I just packed someone, yeah.
Oh God!
I just packed Vinicius Junior 97. What the fuck is going on? No, but you just give your rating of a 7, yeah?
Mm-hmm.
Take a guess on what my rating would be.
4.
Nope. 1. And people say I'm overreacting with that. Mate, I don't see what anyone can see that I can't see. We brought in a DM. Maybe I'm a bit harsh. Maybe you go for free just because of the DM. All I say is great. Ito's going to be good. But you've gone, like I said, 10 steps forward and 100 back. You've got rid of two of the best players in our defence.
Yeah, I was about to say your out-ins really ruin.
Yeah.
Yeah, your window. So it makes sense.
It's so dumb. I generally feel like Tuchel's still there. Like, yes, we got Stanisic back. We signed him on a brand new deal. Obviously, the injury. There's not really much you can do about it. I'm not really bothered about him being injured in the sense of, like, it doesn't worry me, if you want to say. But, like, same with the Ito one. Injuries happen. There's not really much you can do in that sense. But I'm just baffled on what we're going to do because, I will have faith in the team. I think some people sometimes think the way that I speak and the way that I put my words across is I'm just moaning, which I definitely could see that point. But I will still back the team. I still want to win the league. I still want to win the cup. See what we can do in the Champions League with this new format and everything like that. But I just don't know how Bayern are going to progress. Like Leverkusen, I think people don't understand, right? Leverkusen have not lost a player. Not one. Generally not one. I generally thought Tar would come to us and somebody would get Frimpong, which would then destroy their defense. But no one has touched them, and I understand why. You've just gone undefeated in the season. Why would you? Like, I get it, but like they're gonna go for it. Of course they will. Borussia Dortmund. Let's see how they do. Obviously, they're known as the German Arsenal because they just so fucking such bottle jobs. But like at the same time, they could do something. They've just signed well, not just signed him, but they got Goesi from Stuttgart, the guy that was second top goal scorer in the league behind Kane. Like he's gonna get more service. Again, we know that what Borussia Dortmund are like, but at the same time, like again, big up to Stuttgart for doing the fact that they come second is ridiculous. But like, it's so dumb because he's going to get service, and if he can bury those goals, then he's going to be a dangerous player for them. They basically upgraded on Fulkrug, and then they obviously sold Fulkrug. We're screwed. We are. I'll tell you screwed. Who have I just packed now? Honestly, I'm packing things left, right, and center. I think they're just giving away these cards at this point. But yeah, no, like I don't know what to say. I really, really don't. I don't get it. And I'm reading some of these comments on that post we read, and I have to agree with this one straight away. This person said, "So far, you haven't delivered," which I 100% agree with. There's so much hype. These players. You're bringing in Xavi Simons, you're bringing in this, you're bringing in that. You can't do basically anything. You know what I mean? They were interested in Doué and Simons. Neither of them happened. How are we without them now? Very well equipped. That comment there from that person, JJ, his name is on Twitter. He literally just hit the nail on the head. So we were interested in Doué and Simons. Neither of them happened, and they both rejected us. But now we are still very well equipped. Well equipped to what? Come third again? Because that's all I see. Stupid. It really is stupid. We are unlucky that we lost two of the best aggressive passers in the world, Ito and Stanisic. Everything helping Leverkusen. Yeah, no, we need to win. I think we will beat Wolfsburg. People think of Wolfsburg and they think of the team that Kevin De Bruyne are in. They're not the same team. They're not that team.
Well, they've been the team for a long time.
No. So they've got some good players, don't get it twisted. But yeah, no, they're not that. They're not that team. So.
Sadio United rejected another bid for McTominay.
How much are you trying to get for him?
We want 30.
Is that for Fulham?
Doesn't say Fulham, but I expect it to be Fulham.
Yeah.
That's their third bid they've put on McTominay.
Like, the fact that we got Pelini for the amount of money we did, and they're going to spend 30 million on fucking chicken nugget is absolutely ridiculous, by the way. But hey,
That's just funny.
yeah, it is, isn't it? It's so dumb. It generally makes no sense whatsoever. Yeah, don't really have any words, to be honest. But yeah, I think we'll wrap that up. Is there anything else you want to say, Mudgy?
I don't think so. We'll just have to wait. Obviously, there's not long left in the window.
Yeah, in the window.
There's still time to for something to happen. Deadline day's always a mysterious day of transfers. Even though I'm still a bit excited because I expect one more signing for my club anyway to come through the door and be finished, and then finish 7th in the season, and after spending like 200 million quid.
Where do you actually think you'll finish? Surely top 4 is a minimum.
Obviously, but there's no way Chelsea get above us this time. I don't see Aston Villa getting there. I think they'll fall off a lot. I have a feeling Spurs might be an issue. Don't know why, but they could be a bit of a struggle to get past.
I think they're going to have a season like you had last season, but without the FA Cup. Personally,
not sure. To be honest, I feel Liverpool are going to do good. I saw their game, and honestly, Slow looks pretty good so far. Obviously, he's got a good team anyway.
Yeah.
But we'll see how they go. But I reckon we'll get 4th. We'll scrape it though. It'll be a bloody fight between Tottenham. I think that's about it, and we'll definitely win a trophy again. What trophy? I don't know.
So it's going to have to be retain the FA Cup or get the Carabao. Or Europa.
That's what I say.
Europa.
Minimum FA Cup. Can't be Carabao Cup again. Because that's not progression. Retaining the FA Cup, for me, it would be alright with 4th because it's the most prestigious title in not even just English history, in history in general. It's one of the most prestigious trophies. But obviously, Europa League, I feel like, we've got the best chance to do it. I know Tottenham are in it. They'll probably be the biggest problem.
And you won't have anyone dropping down, remember?
Exactly. So hopefully no bottle job games and no mistakes, and it should be a clean sweep through to win that.
Yeah. No, I get you.
Which, like I said, I'll always take.
Yeah. But there we go, people. There we go. Rant over. Hopefully, you guys have enjoyed. Hopefully, you guys understand where I'm coming from as a fan. I'm obviously very invested. I make videos on it every single day. So, I'm very, very invested in it. But yeah, big up to everybody. Smash the thumbs up if you haven't already. Hit the subscribe button. Subscribe to the second channel. It's on the main page. And there'll be a video on there tomorrow. A special video on the main channel tomorrow. But yeah, big up to everyone. Mia san mia. Peace out.